what played out on the streets of Mumbai, cold-blooded murder as Mumbaikars watched and then moved on, should bother you. These visuals should bother you as much. They should spur you into action. Why is it that people have stopped caring for each other? That's the question we put across today on Headlines. Today we open our caller lines. We have a caller already. Joseph joins us from Bangalore. Joseph, go ahead, air your views. Joseph, can you hear me? All right, let's move on. We have a caller calling us from the valley there. Tehsil joins us. Tehsil, if you're watching these visuals, what is going on in your mind? What do you think needs to be done? What is going on in your mind? What do you think?
Well, I must say it's really disgusting. The scene, what we are seeing over on this TV, it really panics me. Because people over there should not, they should not go for these things. They should see if these things happen over there, they should go onto the street, they should protest against these things.
Panic, other than panic, what is it that as a citizen that you should do? We have a Mumbaikar calling us today. Swati, aren't you ashamed that your fellow Mumbaikars let you down today?
Madam, it's rather difficult to comment on this when somebody has a weapon in their hands and is threatening everybody equally around him. And this is all a result of our censorship policies, which have allowed very violent, extremely violent movies to surface, influencing the minds of people and allowing violence to flourish. We never had these problems in the 40s, 50s, 60s or 70s. All this has come about because of excessive exposure to Bollywood and these movies.
That's what we appreciate your views. We appreciate there is a sense of fear. Let me put that question to our panel there. Sanjay Jha, eminent Mumbaikar, is still with us. Sanjay, of most of the calls that we have taken today, if to get a sense of the viewer perception, there is panic, there is fear still in people before they would actually go and help somebody else. So the underlying situation is fear.
No, it is, and I think, the real reason behind what you're witnessing in India, and Mumbai is probably symptomatic of the malaise that seems to have affected us, is the high level of inequality. You see, people, those who are ahead, they want to actually accentuate their growth. Those who are behind are in a desperate state to catch up. The society is evaluating itself every day, so people have become competitive. It's a very self-serving existence. And, as you go down to those who are really struggling in the periphery of society, that takes on a very violent face. What you're seeing is a manifestation of anger. This is like extremely disturbed state of minds where, the first thing that you think of is a brutal slaughter simply because you feel that's the only way I express my power and my entire, personality. Now that tells you that the society that we are living in at the moment is going to experience a huge disturbing churn. India is going through a huge, transformation, but it's creating inequalities, it's creating a lot of challenges as a whole, and I think people who are really being affected by it, who are taking it rather, in my opinion, in a very personal sort of a way. It could be economic, really, that's causing the distress, but it's showing itself and is bound to happen. So we need to be worried. There are always social ramifications of economic inequalities. I think that is the larger issue, even behind petty crime and other violent incidents.
All right, so we need to be worried, but do we really want to do something about it, or can we do something about it? We take a final caller on this show today. Chandrasekhar from Nasik is on the phone line. Go ahead, sir, air your views. Madam,
good evening. Just I am looking at this news, and it is very dangerous for a period. And
all right, we urge you to turn down the volume of your television, Chandrasekhar, and then talk to us. However, we are running out of time. We need to conclude the show as we speak. This is a time where we do not point fingers to a bureaucrat, to the bureaucracy, or to politicians. This is the time to be counted for, to ask questions to yourself as to what you can do to make your life better. And only then the scenes that we saw play out in the streets of Mumbai will not play out again.